for checking in. Nice to meet you. Today we're going to break down our full El Salvador trip for you guys. Give you full cost analysis. Now, this will not include our 24 hours in El Tunco. Watch the video for that. We're going to give you full cost analysis, flights, accommodation, food, Uber, everything that was fun. We'll give you full cost analysis, full breakdown, how we did it, and how much it cost. Let's stay tuned.
Alright, so you gotta get there. You need your mode of transportation. We didn't drive, we flew. So from where we flew out from the airport, it cost us around $500. It was actually $489 to fly out, and kind of a last minute trip, 60 days out from the time of departure. So not a fairly expensive flight to take. I mean, you think flying to California from some areas in the US or flying to Texas or other places costs just as much inside the US domestic travel. And this is an international flight, which was a super easy flight, super breezy to take. So yeah, highly recommend it.
So next, we had to book our living arrangement. So we ended up booking an Airbnb. That was about $534.14. That's just for 6 days and 7 nights, right? And between both of us, that ended up being about $200-something. Then if you want to break that down further, that's only $38 a day. End up paying only $38 a day to live down here for 6 days and 7 nights. We're talking 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, full modern condo style living for 6 days and 7 nights. You can see the mountains right where we're from, the volcanoes. We walk around the city center easily. The president, the White House is right around the corner from us. Gas station right there, Stash Corner Store, the vendors right there. So we easily get to everything we need to be. It's accessible. And like I said, guys, condo style living, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, rooftop, workout center, essentially for $38 a day while we can be here for 6 days and 7 nights, guys. You can't beat that. Can't beat that with a baseball bat. So you do the math on that. Like I say, $534 in total, so about $267 between both of us and $38 a night just to stay here. Do the math, guys. Does that seem affordable to you?
Alright, once you land, you have to get to where you need to be, such as your hotel, Airbnb, wherever you were staying. From the airport to San Salvador, it was about an hour trip with traffic, give or take. And it only costs $28 to $30 to get a priority Uber all the way there. You cannot beat that. And it's only gonna cost anywhere from $20 to $30 to go back to the airport. That's probably the cheapest travel from an hour trip. You will never hear that in America ever. You'll never hear that domestically, especially leaving the airport. It's always higher prices just because they know they can get away with it. But here in El Salvador, they keep things cheap.
And with that being said, in total, including that ride to and from the airport, our Uber charge and transportation charge was $87. $87, again, we're here for 6 days and 7 nights. You only end up spending $87, and the majority of that being to and from the airport. Between us both, guys, that's about $47.91. So $47.91 just for us to get around the city, get around the town comfortably, and $60 of that is just to and from the airport. This is very affordable, guys.
So guys, you gotta fill your bellies, you gotta eat, you gotta drink, you gotta vibe out at some restaurants. In El Salvador, San Salvador, it only cost us $95 each, around $180, $190 for both of us to be here for, what was it?
6 days, 7 nights.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot beat that. And you're talking food prices will range anywhere from $5 to $58, guys. It's just very cheap. And I mean, I'm eating lobster and steak, you know, and he's eating fancy chicken dishes, pasta dishes, and things like that. Very cheap. The food is very cheap, but extremely good. Like, very good. Very well done.
Very, very affordable, guys. Like I said, these are hearty meals. They're going to fill you up. Not like little rinky-dink, cheap little meals that you get back home, right? I'm eating, like I said, 3-course meal. I'm barely getting to dessert. You know I love my sweets. So meals can range, like I said, we document this, lowest from $5 right? Full meal between him and I both, up to $58. Most we pay going out, and that included with the drinks in there as well. So guys, this is a very affordable trip, right? Just to live good and treat yourself well, right?
All right, guys. Activity-wise, things to do in El Salvador, guys. You make sure you get the guide app.
Get your guide app.
Get your guide app. Download that. Download it from the Apple Store, the Android Store, and make sure you have that because it makes things easier and you can understand how accessible a lot of fun things and a lot of things you're able to do inside major cities, major countries are, guys. And so for less than $100, I mean, we hiked a volcano. You know, we went for free to the market area, to the library. We walked around the city, saw the cathedral. These are free, but we got to travel to the beach city from San Salvador for less than $100. We had a guided tour, just like I said, that volcano, to Guatepeque, to the lake for less than $100, guys. Anywhere from free to $100 is the range of activities you can do. And if you're on a strict budget, guys, you can stick to the free side and just, you know, vibe out with food, go to the beach.
There's a lot of bars with live music here. There's a lot of bars with live music, and they play modern music as well, as well as traditional music here. So it's a good vibe. It's a good vibe. It's a good mixture of everything going on here. Man, you can't speak on it enough. So, all right, guys. So based on everything we touched on, we broke it down for you from flight to Airbnb to activities to food. I know you're thinking to yourself, so how much do I need? Well, as far as flights, you want to stay in that $500 range and under, right? $500 range. You don't want to get gouged out here. We know flights can fluctuate, and you want to try to book 90 days. Actually, you waited a little bit too late. You waited 60 days. 90 days is that sweet spot to get the most bang for your buck. And then with Airbnb and things like you said, we only have essentially between both him and I. So essentially, Airbnb, hotels, this can range, but essentially him and I for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo, rooftop view, pool, things of that nature, $38 per day. That's what we're paying. So you kind of want to be anywhere in that 50 and under range. If you're on a strict budget, you got a little bit more money, 75 to 100, and you can live good out here, right? Live well. And then food, stick with the street food, you stick with the restaurant food, real authentic food, as well as American style food. You want to switch it up a little bit, anywhere from $5 to $58, that's including with your drinks. So essentially, I would say you at least need anywhere from $500 to $1,000 in pocket. Right? That's not including your flight and your hotel, but in pocket just so you can feel comfortable. And I already know what you guys are going to ask today. Is El Salvador, San Salvador, is it safe? And we're going to say yes, at least from my perspective. I feel safe. I'm up early in the morning, doing my morning walk, doing my morning routine. And what is late night? Just hanging out, having drinks with my buddy right there, right? So I feel safe. I don't see much sketchiness and bombs and all this type of thing of that nature. Everywhere we go, police officers are friendly. Like I said, we're right around the corner from the president's house, right? El Presidente, their version of the White House. So it is a very safe country, and they are progressing and making strides to build their tourism up. How do you feel about it, Abe?
Just as you touched on, very safe. The embassy has on their caution level 2, which is, just pay attention. Just pay attention to your surroundings. Like any city, any country, you have to be aware. You're not telling everyone where you live, where you're going.
You got videos on that.
Yeah, hey, keep your passport hidden away and things like that. And that's everywhere you go, guys. But this city, very safe, very secure. There's a strong police presence just to make their force and presence known. Not because there's violence happening, but that is how this city is set up, just to make people feel comfortable and safe. And just as you said, of a lot of cities that we've traveled to in the world, countries, this is on top of one of the safest, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, guys, even our Airbnb has security right in front of it. There's cameras and things of that nature. You got to check in, check out. So it's very safe, guys. Very safe. It's the safest as any city in America, right? So keep your head on the swivel, look left, look right, look both ways before you cross the street, and be smart about it, right? Don't keep a large amount of cash on you. And also want to touch on that. You can't have your card out. It's always good to have cash. You can't have your card on you here as well.
Tap
to pay, and use your debit card. They do accept most major credit cards, debit cards as well, Bitcoin as well. So just budget it out, guys. Be smart about it. Like I say, the point of this channel is for you to be debt free, build up your emergency fund, build up your fund, get into your leisure activities, and live eventually, which essentially means living on your own terms, right? That's the point of this channel. Right now, you see us living on our own terms. You've seen us going through our journey. You've seen us just living life, right? So this is what it's all about. With all that being said, comment where you'd like to see us go next. We got a couple things in motion right now, but where would you like to see us go next? Like, comment, subscribe below. Then eventually, where's yours? Viva El Salvador.